The time has arrived. Champions League knockouts. We're in the big time. Can we replicate and try to get to a semi-final like Ten Hag did? Can we go one step further? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of AJAX Assembled. My name is Frank and this is To Be Frank. Let's find out then. Obviously left you at the 7-1 win against Waalwijk. Since then, we've done well. We have done well actually. 5-1 win over Sparta Rotterdam. Kudus with a hat-trick and Sheldrup with 2. By the way, Andreas Sheldrup, I know people have mentioned him in lots of videos and I don't need to add praise to it, but since coming in for 7.5 million, the man has 7 assists and 4 goals in 7 games at 18 years old on the left wing. What a signing. And specifically how he's playing for us at the moment. Unbelievable. We then actually played the first leg of the Milan game. So I brought you in for the second leg. Of course, ZLATAN rose once again to score another goal against the ex-team. The team we bought him off in January. I will show the goal. Theo Hernandez scored the penalty for Milan. So not much to show there. But just give me 2 seconds and I will slow this down so we can see the goal in a decent speed. There we go. It was a very average goal, but it's a cracking header. Ibrahimovic beats Tomori to the ball, and it's an important away goal. At the age of 41, he's still making important goals and scoring important goals. It was a 1-1 draw away. The test, a 1-0 win again. Ibrahimovic scored, continuing his fine form, and NEC Nijmegen. Nijmegen? No idea. Do you know what? NEC will do. Whatever the second name is, who cares? Ibra again and 2 goals from Sheldrup. It brings us to today's game. We've got Heerenveen and Milan. Might throw in final, obviously, depending on how the Milan game goes. We win that. I think it's a nice place to leave it off. But yeah, we've got plenty of time today, so let's see what we can do. Our first game against Heerenveen is literally right away. We've already picked the team here, but I will just have a little look for fitness. This is okay. We've got Lunin in goal, Bassi, Blind, Bornauer, Rensch, Grealish, Taylor, Klaassen, Gonzalez, Sheldrup and Ibra up top. I'm pretty happy with the team, other than actually... Oh, what's going on? Why have we got empty spaces? Maybe the B team are playing a game. Okay, so we'll call up some under-19s just to flesh out the bench a bit more, because I don't want to leave empty spaces, and I don't see the point of doing that, really. I am a bit cautious for the Milan game, so I might actually make a few changes. I can't play Ibra every game, so let's bring on Brobby instead of Ibra. Nico can miss out as well. We'll play Bergwijn, who's not played every game recently. And I think that will do. We'll play Grealish. Groningen Jorgensen instead of Grealish as well. We'll make 3 changes. Obviously, they're still on the bench. If we need to break in case of emergency and bring out the big guns, we can do so. But, I mean, I know we're unbeaten in the league, and it'd be lovely to keep that going. By the end of the day, we're 10 points clear. I think the job is done, more or less. And not that I want to obviously jump the gun and make it to, cause issues by doing that, but I want to go far in the Champions League, and I think we can win at home against AC Milan and go further. And it's an important thing for us. We'll be into the last 8. As I say, 9 minutes in, Andreas Sheldrup continues his fantastic form. His 8th goal, and he's got, I think, 13 goal contributions in 8 games, which is just scary form. But watch the go again just very quickly. I was going to skip it, just thinking sometimes I feel like I'm just playing to myself and just nearly said something very weird. I'm not playing with myself, but I am, in my room. But you know what I mean. I always think that, I'm just talking now. I'm so used to just doing this now. I just talk and play games. It's hard to forget that actually you would like to see what happened if you didn't just see. A replay is always nice. And I do forget. I do remember we struggled at home against Heerenveen, actually. We did struggle. It was a 3-2 game, if you remember, a couple of episodes ago. Hopefully, it just shows you how much we've turned the corner. We really started to turn some negatives into positives. And the way we play has changed, I think. Not massively, but as a structure and as like a core team, I think we've improved. We've let some key players go, of course. Like, don't get me wrong. We clearly have. We've lost a few. But the people we brought in have just started firing. Nico Gonzalez has gone up that another level since coming in, obviously, and Sheldrup is a revelation. And to be completely honest, as much as Ibra was a cheap signing, it was a bit of a meme signing. I probably wouldn't make that type of signing if I was playing the game on my own. I mean, I might have done because it's fun, but I do that stuff with the camera. I mean, like I thought he won, but to my credit, I also didn't think he would be as good as he has been. 8 goals in 10 games for him, like unbelievable. We'll bring on Mickelson. I know we're only 1-0 up, but I feel like the job is relatively done. And we'll give Jorel Harto a go. I don't know him. Who is he? He's another 5-star potential. Everyone's 5-star potential in the Ajax Academy. I don't need to check that. Let's bring him on. Give him a game. Jorel Harto. Look at our pass map, by the way, which is something I'm quite keen on looking at now. I love how that looks. Kenneth Taylor and Ronigan Jorgensen are just running that midfield, just passing balls in between each other all day. Fitzjim, Bornau over it. I don't know if that's offside, but Moose looks like he just... I think that's a goal. I think that's just a save and gone in. Unless it hit one of our players on the way in, then it would be off, but I don't know. Oh, they've given it, of course. Fitzjim over the corner. Bornau pulls off the back post, and I didn't see anything wrong with that. He's just headed it in. Sebastian Bornau, our big colossus of a centre-back, makes it 2-0. And that would be game over for me, I think. British can come on for the last few seconds. Very routine win. Very happy with it, though. We've just got an achievement. What is that? One of our own. You gave a player under the age of 23 their league debut. I must have done that before. Come on. Are you sure? I've chucked a few youngsters in. Maybe they've already played in the league, though. I don't know. Well, either way, I've got that achievement now. We're here. I've never tried to collect achievements on this game. But yeah, very interesting. Either way, give me a couple of seconds and we're into one of our, probably the biggest game of the series so far. A round of 16, home leg. We're 1-0 from the first leg, so we've got a cracking result away. No away goals anymore, but it's a good, basically resets the game. This game is one off. Who wins go through, more or less now. So let me just holiday a couple of days forward. We'll get into that game. We'll pick a team and fingers crossed. Let's see. Of course, things always happen off camera. Shelderroot picked up an injury, the only injury in between those, but it wasn't during the game. Picked up the injury just training in between to this game, which is very typical of Football Manager, but, you know, it is what it is. The only change that will force is Bergwijn over here will just come in instead of Shelderroot. And obviously, he's an older player, a bit more experienced. However, not outputting the same goals and assists that Shelderroot was, even at such a young age. So it is a loss. But obviously, look, we can be positive. I think we'll do okay. But Ibra's back in, of course. And other than that, this is probably our biggest game we've had in the save so far. We'll just have a little look at their team as well. We'll show the thingy and should turn the music back on. I will maybe after this game. The further we get into the competition, we'll see, their team is basically what you would expect in real life. They haven't signed anyone. Giroud's up top, though, with Leao. And here we are into the game, aiming this in. Very important. Tonali probably whipped this in. Headed away. I thought there was a penalty or something. Oh, no. Tonali picked the ball up. Long-range effort, well over the bar, thankfully for us. The first highlight of the game. Pierre Kalulu, who I'm a big fan of, actually. Brahim Diaz spins Leao. Ball now heads away to stop Leao basically running onto it then. Oh, Grealish just give the ball away. Giroud hit the crossbar. That's a golden chance for Milan to take a goal and make it a lot harder for us. But thankfully, we clear our lines. Ball now heads away again. We're under a lot of pressure early on. Simon Kjaer, Brahim Diaz. Good tackle from Bergwijn there. Ibra's robbed of it and Blind can head it back to Lunin. I will just give him a calm down because that is a frantic start from us. Lunin with a big punt forward. Kjaer wins it to Nali. Back to Tamori. Theo Hernandez. Pobega. Tamori. Tonali. They're a dictating play at the moment. We can't really get into our groove yet. We're only 11 minutes in, but they've started like a house on fire. So they're really running away with it at the moment. But thankfully, no goals as of yet. Bornau, oh no, I could see it coming. Bornau does the right thing and takes the ball away, but the Lunin did not need to come out for that at all. Bornau had that. It's a really silly mistake in the back four. I think Bornau has this. He might have given the ball away, to Brahim, but if Lunin doesn't come for the goal, Brahim's still got a horrible angle to shoot from, but because he's come out, it's an open goal. It's a terrible start, but it's a start they probably deserve because they've played really well Milan from the start and they've had chances, and Giroud missed a golden chance as well. Nico Gonzalez into the box. Nearly scores on his own. No one really there for the cutback, but it's a good response from us straight away. We'll just pop the team in courage now. I'm just trying to think how we can more build into this game going forward. But We'll have to leave it to a half time before we tinker with anything. I hope we can play ourselves into a bit of form. Bergwijn's won the ball back. Ibra. Gonzalez cleared from Kier off the line. Wrench headers back, but Pabega's going to just pick the ball up. We're second best at the moment, but we're not far off. We're really not far off at all. We're evening it up. It is half time. Very lack of highlights, but mainly from Milan there. We really need to impose ourselves onto this game. Nico's having a terrible game so far. I won't think of any changes right now, but if I could, I probably would be Klaassen actually. So you know what? I'm going to move Taylor to the Mazzala attacking, bring Jorgensen on the defensive mid, and put Grealish in the left centre mid. Just so you can see what roughly I'm doing. This is what we'll go for the second half. Not a massive change, but we'll go with that, and we'll give the team a little team talk as well, which we have already done, as well as an encourage as well. Not too many highlights for it. We're into the 60th minute. Probably will look to freshen it up. Gonzalez has had a bit of a crappy game, but we'll bring on Coinson-Sal. Francisco loves to go off the bench, and I hope he can provide one for us in a very important moment here. We seem to be making chances now. Like, it's definitely gone up. We're not doing too much though. I will have to move to attacking because this is floating by. We're not getting any highlights. I'll move it to very attacking. We're into the last 5 now. I have done so. Coinson-Sal over a corner. Swung in. Bergwijn. Couldn't get to it. Or now we'll recycle possession, thankfully. Devon Wrench. Groningen Jorgensen. Lind. Bassi. Bergwijn wins the ball. Well done. Can he square it? Ibra. It's a tap in. Of course he can score. He keeps us alive in this fixture. 87th minute. Get in. We'll drop that back down to balance straight away. Oh, Bergwijn, you fantastic something. I couldn't even think of the adjective I wanted to give him there. But Bergwijn pulls the ball back. Ibra's got a tap in, and he does. ZLATAN at 41. Second goal of this game, of this tie even. And an important time to score it. We'll move into extra time. We've got plenty of subs to make, and I think I will make them. We've got 4 to use, I think. There's 5 in normal time, I believe, and the 1 extra. ZLATAN's still doing okay in terms of fitness. I can't really bring off anyone else at the moment. Let's do Fitzjim for Taylor because he's tired. Bornau needs to come off. He's knackered. So we'll bring on Regier, Lello for Bassi. We might as well freshen up the team when we can without compromising too much, I guess. And probably ZLATAN for Brobby in the second half of extra time. I'll give him another 15 minutes, ZLATAN, and then I'm going to take the old boy off. But maybe I won't. Maybe I'll change it a tad, and then don't know. We'll see. I want to see my AJAX pass map. What I want. Okay, it's half time in extra time. I think it's time to unleash the Brob. Mr. Brobby's coming on. Actually, do you know what? Oh, do I do it? It is what I want to do. Let's take Bergwijn off. I'll move it here and bring Brobby on as like a deep line or like a pressing defend or something, just so it's roughly the same on the wing. Yeah, okay. I'll bring Brobby on. I'm leaving Ibra on just in case we go to penalties. It's someone I'd want on the penalty. They've made all their changes. I've made mine. So let's give them one more pray. Let's give them courage. I think regardless of what happens, I think we've had a cracking campaign. I want us to go through though. Tomori's over a free kick now. Dest. Simon Kjaer, Calabria. Good interception from Florian Grealish. He's running with the ball. He's looking for a pass. Ibra's there. He's scored, but for me, that's offside. I won't get too excited yet. Unless that's the ball of the century from Florian Grealish. To me, that's off. But we'll have to see. He's given it as a goal. What a pass that is. That's so good. I thought it was off. Here's Grealish. He's looking for the ball. You can see he's just out of camera, sadly, Ibra. But, I mean, I can't tell. He's right at the top of the camera. But Ibra's got to the ball. This is why I left him on. Unbelievable ball from Florian Grealish. I need to see a tight offside because he's literally out of my camera. Let me just change the director or something. Well, it didn't help at all. This is the angle we have. But you can see the line was like that. And what a pass that was. What a goal from ZLATAN. The 116th minute. There's no more highlights. That's game over. Ibra has dragged us into the last 8. What a man. And what a ball from Florian Grealish. The ball was better than the goal, but what a hero performance from ZLATAN since coming back. That's 3 goals in 2 in the Champions League, 7 in 8 in the Eredivisie, 10 in 11 overall. What a talisman, honestly. Fantastic. What a win. That puts us through. Some of the other teams coming through. Liverpool will go through as well. Well, that's weird. That's like a skin error. Inter beat Chelsea. Madrid have beat Juventus. Bayern have comfortably thrashed Olympiacos. Atletico knocked out Tottenham. Man City beat Lisbon. Sevilla beat Porto. Liverpool are through, and we are through as well. So we're into the last day. This is the real time of the competition now, and I'm very excited to be through. Well, I'll take the draw. Let's have a look at the draw then, shall we? Internal takeover. Hope not. Not really what I want. Well, where's the quarterfinal? Oh, they do the quarter and the semi-finals together on the same day, I guess, because it's coming up as tomorrow. So I'll continue until we get to that. We'll do it. I'm not going to stop the recording yet. We might as well see who we got. It's a bit of fun. Then we'll play the final game. We'll throw that in as well. Here we are. View draw. Start the draw. What are we doing? Then? Fernando Hierro. Good player, actually. Advance. Man City versus Sevilla. Oh, no Man City for us, though. No Haaland. Ajax, we're out of the hat. Bayern Munich. Ugh, it's a hard one. This is the rest of the tie, Inter and Liverpool. So we've got Man City, Sevilla, Ajax, Bayern. We're at home first, which is not great, but hopefully we can take a decent lead away to the Addons Arena. But it's going to be a hard game, by no bones about it. Inter, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Athletic. And if we were to somehow beat them, we would get Man City. We would get Inter, or the winner of Inter or Liverpool we would play. So if we did have to play Man City, we'd be in the final. And I am scared of playing Haaland. Out of interest, should we just see how he's doing? Because it seems to be the talking point. They're very safe. How is he doing? They're not even first, actually. They're 3 points off. And he's not even in the top 3 of goal scorers. Is he having a bad year? Is he injured? No, he's doing okay. He's only got 8 goals in the league. He's got 12 goals in the Champions League, though. He saved all of his form for the Champions League, which is even scarier, really. Either way, we've got a few reschedules. We'll come back for the final game. We'll call this episode quits. Back to you in, I say 2 seconds all the time. 1 second. Here we are for the final game. Team is picked. We are ready to rock and roll. Ibra is going to start again. Can't drop a man in form. He's got an average rating of above 8 at the moment. He is really pulling out some... Oh, hold on. Got a bit there. Yeah, camera looked a bit funny then. I don't know. It was just my eyes playing tricks on me. But yeah, I thought it looked a bit blurry. But never mind, eh? Either way, yeah, team's picked. We're into the game now. Final at home. Another big test for us. Let me just put the league table or something. Latest scores. Might as well. We know we're top at the moment, barring any catastrophe. I'd expect us to go on and win this league. As much as, I mean, it isn't a foregone conclusion anymore. PSV are really growing this year. They look good. They look really good. Ibra's picked up the ball here. Got some space. Klaassen will finish. Lovely little pass in from Zlatan to David Klaassen. And a fantastic finish. Great start to the game. 18 minutes in. We're looking good now. Nice to see Reguer get a start at right back as well. And Lello at left back. So obviously the team has been rotated. We're playing quite a lot of games at the moment. So we really have to get into the nitty gritty of our squad depth and find out. I mean, obviously games like this are a very good test. We're playing a very good team in final. And it's looking good. Kenneth Taylor has picked out the absolute peach of a goal there. He's put it into the bottom left-hand corner. It's all accuracy. There's power, yes, of course. It's a decently hit shot, but it's the accuracy that's beat the keeper here. It's from far out. Taylor's took it first time. It's a proper daisy cutter, they call it. Mows the grass as it goes through. It doesn't come off the ground, just all the way through. Beautiful goal, Kenneth Taylor. Klaassen with a goal and assist within 21 minutes. And we're looking good. We're looking good. Lello's been a decent pickup, for a couple million from Casapia, which is obviously quite a small team. If you're a mid-table, I mean, obviously, probably not the best place for me to buy him at Ajax. He's not going to get too many games. So when he comes in, he looks very serviceable. If you're a lower team than Ajax, you probably could sign him because Casapia have not a very good reputation in football. I'm sure you can pick him up from a few places. Yuri Reguer. Back to Klaassen. He hits it. It's deflected. It's going to go down to Klaassen goal, but one of the final players there has really just kicked it and it's gone in. Reguer looking good at the right back position. The man who can play in many places. Sorry. Oh wow, that's terrible. Who's that from? Rasmussen. Rasmussen just swings a boot at it. It's already going on target. That's why it's gone down as a Klaassen goal, but he kind of helps it on its way. Taylor with an in-swinger. Ball now. Header. That's 4-0. 40 minutes in, we're 4-0 up. We are taking apart this team. 26 games without defeat so far. Loving that. Look at the crossing from Taylor. Proper outswinger. Bornau, the big Colossus there, heads in. Second goal of the episode so far, if I do believe, and my memory serves me that well. You'd say, oh, you should remember that. I don't. I don't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone that he scored the goal 2 games ago. Ali Reza's on, the Brighton. I won't call him a flop, but it didn't really work out for him, did it? Sadly. I did like him as a player, though. I do like him. He's not dead. You know what I mean? Let's bring on Edson. That's a funny one from the suggested. We are 4 up. I think it's time to bring on some youth. Let's bring on Brobby. Fitz Jim can come on for Clarkson, who's had a fantastic game. Actually, we'll bring on Idumbo Muzambo, who's an absolute legend of a name. I'm literally just bringing on who I like the sound of at the moment here, aren't I, really? Lind, well, there you go. All 5. Let's bring on some of the youth crop. Talking of youth crop, we've got our first intake coming up shortly. Probably will be in next episode. It hasn't come through yet. It's due in March. We are in March at the moment, but we're already in the 20th, so I'm assuming it'll be in the next couple of days. But obviously that'll be for next episode. We can go through the youth intake, see what's going on. Lind, Bergwijn on it now. The changes are still waiting to be made. See if someone's got something to do before they go in. Danilo Pereira. Kenneth Taylor's just robbed the ball off him. Lind. Taylor to Ibra. Plays the ball through. Can Clarkson get a hat-trick? He can. His last movement of the game. He'll score a hat-trick. Ref's looking for something. I think he just feels bad for finals at this point, so we'll see. It's a goal. Davy Klaassen hat-trick. Last action of the game is to get a hat-trick, and another assist from Zlatan. We'll make the changes. And he'll get his standing ovation, which he duly deserves. What a performance from him. I expected more goals, actually, from him this year. And he really, overall, hasn't provided them that much. But this game, fantastic. Yuri Regier here again, who's had a very good game at right back. And did he give the ball away, as I say that? Curse of the commentator strikes again. Danilo Pereira flicked on. Bass. Clearance from Francisco is coming back and helping out. Yohank Bahash. That's a good attempt to have that name. Oh, wow. What a save from Lunin in goal there. It was diverted by his own player, it looked like, but he's pulled off an absolute fantastic stop, and I think Regier's managed to clear it off the line somehow. We've continued to keep our 5-goal margin, which is good. And we have done it. 5-0 win. We're guiding them into good things now, Ajax, and I think we're really settling into the tactic. Do you know what? I mean, in theory, moving a centre attacking mid and then playing a defensive mid instead usually is a more negative approach, but since doing so, we have scored goals after goals, like really, really improved. And another 5-0 win to add to our already impressive array of victories so far. Vindale getting a good rating as well at Anderlecht. We like to see that. Either way, I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me this episode. And what can we expect for the next one? Well, it only seems right to play the buy-in games. Might play the home off camera, but we'll see. We might put both of them in an episode. That seems more appropriate as we get to the crunch end of the season. We'll throw them both in. That'll be the next episode. So the buy-in game, the quarterfinals it will be of the Champions League coming up next episode on AJAX Assembled. Thanks for joining me. My name's Frank. And again, appreciate all the comments recently. Really appreciate it. So see you for the next one. It's going to be an exciting one, I hope.